Imagine Japan in 1868, a country transforming itself from the medieval samurai culture into a modern powerhouse practically overnight. By the 1930s, Japan faced a serious problem: too many people and not enough resources. Their solution? Expansion, and they were willing to fight for it. In 1931, Japanese officials secretly blew up their own railway in Manchuria, now northeast China, blamed it on the Chinese, and used this fake attack as an excuse to invade. Japan's military leaders became the real power players, pushing aside civilian government as they pursued their dreams of empire. The spark that ignited the full-scale war between Japan and China came in 1937 at the Marco Polo Bridge. What followed was a lightning-fast Japanese advance through major Chinese cities, but their military campaign soon became notorious for something far darker. The Nanjing Massacre stands as one of history's most disturbing wartime atrocities. When Japanese forces captured this city, they unleashed a wave of violence that shocked the world. The brutal campaign included mass executions where victims were killed indiscriminately, regardless of age or gender. Sexual violence was also widespread, with historians estimating between 20,000 and 80,000 victims. Meanwhile, soldiers looted freely and burned roughly a third of the city to the ground. As Japanese gobbled up territory in Asia, the global community became increasingly alarmed. Imagine seeing a new bully at school. Eventually, somebody was going to stand up to you. In 1940, Japan officially joined with Germany and Italy, forming the Axis powers. That same year, Japan moved into French Indochina, today's Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos, cutting off supplies to Chinese resistance fighters and gaining access to rubber, tin, and oil. As the United States responded by hitting Japan where it hurt the most, their wallet. America slapped Japan with increasingly harsh economic sanctions. The final blow? A complete oil embargo in August of 1941. Imagine if someone cut off all gas stations in your state. Everything would grind to a halt. Japan was forced into a critical choice: back down and abandon their empire-building dreams, or secure new resources by force. They chose the latter. On December 7, 1941, Japanese planes appeared in the Hawaiian skies and launched a devastating surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, wrecking much of America's Pacific Fleet. The next day, President Roosevelt declared war on Japan, calling December 7th a date which will live in infamy. America was officially in World War II, and things were about to get real. After Pearl Harbor, the Japanese unleashed an absolute whirlwind of attacks across the Pacific. Within just months, Japan seized the Philippines, Guam, and Wake Island from America, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Malaya from Britain, resource-rich Indonesia from the Dutch, and Burma, cutting off the last road to China. By mid-1942, Japan controlled a massive empire stretching nearly 5,000 miles. They accomplished in months what took European powers centuries. Japan claimed they were liberating Asian nations from Western colonialism under their Great East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere, but in reality, Japanese occupation was often brutal, with less liberation and more under new management. The tide began to turn in June of 1942 at the Battle of Midway, the Pacific War's ultimate plot twist. The Japanese Admiral Yamamoto devised a brilliant trap to destroy America's remaining aircraft carriers, the key to controlling the Pacific. But American codebreakers cracked Japanese secret messages, allowing Admiral Nimitz to set an ambush instead. In just 5 minutes on June 4th, about the length of your favorite song, American dive bombers found and attacked 3 Japanese carriers, turning them into floating infernos. The 4th Japanese carrier was sunk later that day, completing the catastrophe. When the smoke cleared, Japan had lost 4 irreplaceable aircraft carriers, over 300 planes, and thousands of their best pilots and sailors, all in a single day. This decisive American victory stopped Japan's winning streak cold and flipped the momentum in the Pacific War. Japan could never replace these losses, while America's massive industrial machine was just warming up, churning out ships, planes, and weapons at an incredible rate. After their first major victory at Guadalcanal in early 1943, American forces adopted a brilliant island-hopping strategy. Why fight for every island when you can just take the important ones? Instead of battling through heavily defended Japanese strongholds, the Allies targeted strategically valuable islands while bypassing others, leaving Japanese garrisons stranded like castaways. Each captured island brought American bombers closer to Japan. The Solomon Islands in New Guinea in 1943 setting the stage, the Marshalls, Carolines, and Marianas in 1944 tightening the noose, Iwo Jima and Okinawa in 1945 were the final stepping stones. The fighting was absolutely brutal. Japanese soldiers rarely surrendered. Dying was considered more honorable than capture. The battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa were nightmarish, with casualties so high they made military planners seriously question whether invading Japan itself was even possible. These horrific battles showed what awaited any invasion of Japan's home islands, an entire nation prepared to fight to the death. By 1945, the massive American B-29 Superfortress bombers based in the Marianas were hammering Japanese cities. Imagine planes as large as your school cafeteria raining destruction from the sky. General Curtis LeMay revolutionized bombing tactics, flying low at night and dropping incendiary bombs specifically designed to burn Japan's wood and paper cities. In March 9th and 10th of 1945, firebombing of Tokyo created a literal firestorm that killed 80,000 to 100,000 people, more than either atomic bombing. Imagine an entire major city burning at once. By the summer of 1945, most Japanese cities lay in ruins, with factories destroyed and transportation networks shattered. This graph shows the number of people killed in the Tokyo firebombing and the atomic bombs of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In August of 1945, Japan received two knockout punches. The first was the atomic bombs obliterated Hiroshima on August 6th and Nagasaki on August 9th. And second, the Soviet Union declared war and invaded Japanese territory on August 8th. These twin shocks finally broke Japan's resistance, like facing both a hurricane and an earthquake at the same time. On August 15th, Emperor Hirohito, considered a living god by many Japanese, announced surrender in a radio broadcast. Most Japanese had never even heard his voice before. The formal surrender ceremony took place aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay on the 2nd of September 1945, officially ending World War II. The ship's deck, where the documents were signed, is still preserved today. Japan's empire vanished overnight, and the nation itself came under American occupation until 1952, beginning its transformation from a war-hungry empire to the technology and anime powerhouse we know today. Thanks so much for joining us.